Hey, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Say hey. Thank you for tuning in. As you can tell by the title, we're going to get into a little story time, talk about some things when I was pregnant and life as being a mom that I enjoy. It's just so much. So thank you for tuning in. Like this video for me. Subscribe. And if you're new, thank you for joining. Welcome. I don't even know where to begin. It's so much. But we can start off when I was pregnant. Day one, on my birthday. That's when I found out. Happy birthday to me. But he sure enough asked for an abortion when I told him. He was calling then. You see how I say he was calling then. He was calling then to ask, or to say, what are we going to do about it? Or how are we going to take, how are we going to get rid of it? How are we going to get rid of it? And I had to pause several seconds. And I'm like, I'm not getting rid of my child. I'm not getting rid of my child. And until he got that in his head that I wasn't getting rid of my baby, that's when he stopped calling. And that's when he told me, do it independently. And sure enough, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it independently. But while I was pregnant, I definitely, it definitely opened my eyes that men will try to persuade you to do the things that they want you to do. Ladies, if you're going through this situation right now and if you're pregnant, make up your decision on your own without anybody. Don't block out everybody's opinion, block out his opinion. No, do what you feel is best for you and your child. Period, poo. Period. Okay? And that's what I did. He was very unhappy. So what? But back to, me being pregnant. After he found out that I made up my mind 100% that my baby, I'm keeping my baby. He went ghost for about 2 months, 3 months. Hell, he still ghost. But he wasn't talking to me. He blocked me. He was ignoring me. I was calling him off of, other friends' phones. I was very depressed and I didn't know, I was in another state by myself. I didn't have no family down there. I only had, quite a few friends down there that even knew my situation or what I was going through. I wasn't very open about talking about it. Like, I was embarrassed, like I'm around here by myself, pregnant with nobody. I was very embarrassed, and looking back at it now, I shouldn't have been embarrassed. I'm not the first Black female that's going through this, and I won't be the last. It's unfortunate, but back then, looking at it, I should have held my head up high, said positive things to myself. Keep going, you got this, Leak. But I kept beating myself up. I kept doing it. Why? Because I was going to appointments by myself. And even then, on top of that, he had somebody else pregnant at the same time. Yes, I said it. He had somebody else pregnant at the same time. Ooh, that's a handful right there. Like I said, situations like that happen all the time, and it's very unfortunate. So, I'm the father of my child was my best friend for 6 years. 6 years, and it took me until my child was born to realize that don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter the relationship you had with that person. None of that stuff matters. What matters is your baby and you. And during that time, like, my mental health, it wasn't the best. Like I said, doctor's appointments by myself, everything by myself, going to my baby shower by myself. And, even when I gave birth to my child, I tried to call him, on FaceTime so he can see. No answer. I'm blocked. Like, I'm emailing this man. And I came to realize that you can't force a man to do anything they don't want to do. He told me since day one that he didn't want to be a dad. or do it independently. But he has 2 children, and his family and him are, taking care of that child. But with me, they're not helping me at all. Not helping me. He's not even calling. And that's the sad part about it, because all I want for my child is a call. It's a call. He's not on child support. It's not much co-parenting at all, because he's not around, or he don't even want to be around. And I don't know. I get very emotional talking about it. I don't talk about it at all. Because it's been so much. And even during my pregnancy, the worst part about it was that I was being harassed. Even to this day, I'm still being harassed by somebody, by him. Whomever he's dealing with, on and off or whatever. I don't know the situation. Don't really care much, but I was being harassed bad, like bad. Fake accounts hitting me up on my social media, saying the most awful things to me and laughing at me that, oh, he said, just saying stuff like, oh, he's not the father of your child, like just saying all of that stuff. And then you're alone by yourself carrying a baby. I was depressed. I was depressed. I'll be the first to admit it. I was depressed, alone, no one really to talk to, and just to hear all of those things, or and I would, if I do talk to him, or if I did talk to him back then, which I would ask him, why is these people harassing me? He didn't even care. He's like, what do you want me to do? What do you mean, what do I want you to do? I'm being harassed for no reason. I don't even know these people. They're talking about my unborn child, our unborn child, and you don't even care. What? And then he's yelling at me, always yelling at me, or was yelling at me. He was very emotionally abusing me, and it wasn't the best situation at all. Like I said, it wasn't the best situation at all. And yeah, looking back at it, would I do it again as far as, the process of having my child? Of course, because I love my child. That's my baby, But going through the harassment and just saying the most ugliest things to a person, a pregnant person at that. Threats to not only me, but to my unborn child. No, I just wasn't I wasn't in a secure space with myself, as far as saying motivational things to myself like, Leek, you got it. You're gonna be an awesome mom. Your child is gonna love the fuck out of you. You're gonna provide for him. Everything. I wasn't saying that stuff for myself up until my child was born, or just maybe a little bit before then, like maybe a couple weeks, because even then, like, I'm still going to doctor's appointments by myself, and like I said, each appointment I went to, it was kind of like I got depressed more and more and more. But enough about that. Let's go on to another question that I always get, which is being a single mom hard? My answer to that is yes, it is hard. But, if you have the right support system behind you, your family, that's going to help you have that village, What they always say, it takes a village to raise a child. That is true. That is definitely true. Yeah, that's definitely true. And I feel like if I didn't have that village, hard wouldn't even be a word. I would, I don't, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought about it. Like, if I didn't have my village, what would I do? You know, and I think a lot of people should be grateful if you have that village, you know, that's helping you raise your child. That's you know, giving your child a place to stay, lay his head. Like, that right there is important, because not everybody has that. Not everybody has a village. So if you have a village, you are blessed, very blessed, you know. And the people who don't have that village, you know, only thing that I can do is pray for them, and to tell you that you will, you know, you will see it through. It's going to be a journey, a rough journey at that, but you got it. You have it. What else? Another question that I always get is, how is dating? How is your dating life being a single parent? My baby is 7 months old, going on 8 months. Ain't no dating over here, sis. It's hard. You got to pay for babysitters. You got to, you know, interrupt everybody else's schedule so they can watch your child. When you a single mom, dating life gets hard. And then, but it's also, when you a single mom, dating life, you take it more serious. You're just not going to let anybody come around. You ain't going to let nobody waste your time no more, because you have your children to think about. So the man that you want to date, you're also thinking about, is this a good man to be around my child? That's how I am now. At first, it wasn't like that, because, of course, if it was just me. But now, with my baby, is this a guy I want to be with? Is he going to be good with my child? Do I feel comfortable with him? That's the stuff that go through my head. When guys try to slide in my DMs, try to approach me, I'm not trying to say I'm judging you, but I'm judging you off the bat. Like, are you a good man to be around my child? Do I want my child to see this? Yeah. But again, dating life for me ain't much. I'm not looking to date right now. But anyway, so far, raising my child has definitely been an experience. I love it. I love being a mom. I wouldn't trade it in for a world. I mean, it sounds it's like the regular cliche line. No, it's true. I would not trade it in for nothing. I love my son. And to have that unconditional love back, knowing somebody look up to you, is an amazing feeling. Like, I'm doing something right. I'm raising my baby boy. You know, and I love it. Like, it's just the best feeling in the world. I never felt that before I had a child. And now, since I had that child, I feel it every time he looks at me, every time he smiles at me, every time I feed him. Goddamn, I feel it. Thanks, you guys, for joining into my channel. I hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to your girl. And we out. Yeah, we out.